Today, we will be talking about what the difference is between active reading and passive reading. Hi. This week's module is asking you to discern how you navigate different types of reading. So, most of the time, we're passive readers, right? We're scrolling or we're passive listeners. Like, we're just kind of tuning into the background stuff, but we're not really actively engaged. Active reading is asking you to really keep track of what goes on in your mind and what goes on in your inner dialogue as you're absorbing new information. Let's just begin with the title. You read a book, or you are assigned an article, or you are perusing something on social media. The title is your clickbait. Your title is what's getting you interested because you're already making assumptions of what do I think this is going to be about? Do I think this is going to be interesting? Do I think it's going to be boring? Is it going to be scandalous? Am I going to learn something new? Or is it something that's just going to echo back what I already know to myself? So the first step is really navigating the title or what draws you to something. So as we're going through the semester, the titles might be, interesting or salacious, or they might be boring or confusing or dry. Start just noticing what you feel like and then jot that down. So when I ask you to annotate in this class, that means I want you to take notes. Annotating means you're just putting onto paper what your inner dialogue is, questions you have, words that you were confused about, connections to prior knowledge, or I already read about that, or this seems simple, or this looks like it's for seventh grade, or this seems really complex. This connects to something I read in an econ class, or this is really interesting, look up later. So writing down these notes and making connections with what you are engaging in is the difference between active reading and passive reading. Passive reading is, yes, our eyes go back and forth. We're reading words. Words have meaning. That gets into our brain. And if you have a class with a lot of vocabulary and memorization, you have to actively read, right? It's rote memory. You're working on that a lot. In English classes, and specifically this English class, that active reading is even more important because it asks you to really check in with yourself. What do I already know? What do I think is going to happen? What are my biases or assumptions or opinions or prejudices just going into it? So am I in a place that I can even pay attention? Is there so much going on? So again, this is getting to know yourself as a reader so that you can get to know yourself as a learner and then grow as a writer. So we start with the reading piece, we start with annotation, and we start with critical reading. So when you encounter our work through our digital textbook over the next several weeks, think about that. Start getting into the practice of taking notes and annotating where you are going with your thought processes. Are you zoning in and out? Is this something that's easy to track? Where is it losing you? Is it losing you because of plot? You already know it. Is it losing you because it's too complex and you need to look up words and nobody likes to do that? So yeah, get to know yourself. Check in with the discussion prompt, navigate your learning community thoughtfully and really well, critically thinking that through, thinking that well thought out, response to each person, remembering that, average effort gives you an average grade. So really put in effort to how you're going to respond to each other. Email me with any questions you might have, and I look forward to getting to know you today.